ball, still go hard in the paint. Hard in the paint. Huddle up on 3, let's do it for a little second.
YouTube, what's really good? It is your guy Hitch. We've made it to the middle of February, so that means we got NBA All-Star Weekend here, and sneaker releases are going to start going crazy. I actually just missed out on the KD Galaxy 4s. Can't believe 12 years have gone by and I still cannot get my hands on that sneaker. The collaboration with New Balance and Jound and Gore-Tex dropped the 2002 Rs. Then you have the foams and the eggplant colorway paws dropping at the end of this month. Now, the list goes on, but before we get to all those other releases, there's one release that I've just been on the fence about. I've seen some people even say this release is a candidate for Sneaker of the Year, which I think might be a little bit premature since we're only in February, but here we are. The sneaker I'm referring to, these reimagined Jordan 4 Breds, and Jordan Brand has essentially given us 5 reimagined colorways so far, and they're batting about 50%. They didn't call them reimagined when they gave us the Patent 1 Breds, but those were dope. The Lost and Found Chicago 1s, those were also dope. And then they brought in the reimagined term with the white cement 3s, another good release. But then things started going a little bit left. They gave us the satin Bred 1s, which wasn't really well received. I think people are just getting tired of Jordan 1s. And it got really bad with the reimagined Royal Jordan 1s. Now those Royals were so terrible that I completely wrote these sneakers off. And I called Jordan Brand lazy, which I do believe they are, but I might be wrong.
Let's do it for a little sake. Just do it, cause they telling me a K. Let's not. I done shed my tears, only right, I laugh to the bank. These niggas is haters. They fake like they fuck with the Vader. Showing no love, doing no favor. Ask for a verse, giving no waiver. Price went up, head crack. All black with the trench coat, blade that. Take straight for a retwist, say that. We struggle, they eat this payback. Same finger in the fuck you, same finger in the peace sign. I don't wanna own it, I just wanna get my lease time. Fast lane past zombies, cut them up like me shine. Cut them up. Showboat like Dion, high step to the end zone. We been on, young king from the east side. Still good on the west end. Don't run up on my G-Ride. When my dudes lose go, best friend. Great later, fuck less than.
I call Jordan Brand lazy because I think there's a plethora of stories that they can be telling us about Mike that would give us new and dope colorways before having to remix a bunch of the OG colorways with their reimagined theme. Now, because they went the remix route and we do have these Bred 4s, I might have been wrong in writing these off. So for starters, if you were wondering, is the leather the only thing that makes these different than the OGs? Technically yes, but we'll get into some of those other subtle details that are different. Now, speaking of this leather, the leather is pretty good.
Pretty good.
The leather is textured, so it looks tumbled and it's buttery soft. Really good. As far as the rest of the uppers, you do have your standard Bred features like the black plastic wings with the gray eyelets, along with the black plastic mesh, and your black tab and the iconic gray Nike Air logo on the back.
We're gonna take what's ours. We're gonna get to it and get everything we deserve.
The black buttery soft leather from the uppers is on the tongue as well in the same good quality, so it's great to see them keeping that consistency. However, the build of the tongue is a bit different than the OGs. The tongue on these reimagined 4s is a bit thick paws and puffier. It actually reminds me of the tongue that was on the pine green SB 4s from last year. One other small subtle difference is going to be the black hang tag. The OGs had an orange hang tag. All the other OG features are still intact. So your black flat laces, your Jumpman flight tag on the front of the tongue with the upside down Jordan 4 tag and red lining on the back of the tongue with the gray inside lining, red insole, and the Nike Air logo at the bottom.
Your team full of has-been, no hope like a Knicks fan. No, we and I just mad cause I been him. Young king from the east side, still good on the west end.
I mentioned the tongue on these reimagined 4s having a very similar shape as the pine green SB 4s from last year, and that actually goes for the entire sneaker. Supposedly all Jordan 4s made after those SB 4s would have that same shape, and if that is true, that is a good thing. Those SB 4s had a really good shape, very close to what the OGs were, and they were very comfortable. The previous shape that they were using was really bad, and they were very uncomfortable. With that being said, The new shape and build does not change the makeup of the midsole or the outsole. They did not add any additional zoom bags in these like they did the SB1s LA to Chicago. So you still have your standard Bred for midsole and outsole.
Jeff Curry with the 3 ball, still go hard in the paint. Hard in the paint. Huddle up on 3. Let's do it for a little sake. Just do it, cause they telling me okay. Let's not.
For anyone that does not have the OG Bred 4s and really want them but don't want to pay resale, the Reimagined 4s are perfect. You're gonna love them. They're essentially the Bred 4s we all know and love, but instead of nubuck, you get really good leather and they're comfortable. The question I have though, what about the people that have the OGs? What's a good reason to buy these? One, you can technically double up, but if you don't care about the whole double up thing and you're wondering, when am I gonna pull out the Reimagined when I have the OG Bred 4 sitting? The seasons. You can wear the OG Breds in the spring and summer, and then when the winter comes, you bring out the Reimagined so you're not destroying your nubuck in the wintertime. It makes sense. This release has actually made me reassess this whole Reimagined thing Jordan Brand's doing, if they do it right. It allows people that don't have OG colorways to add them to their collection. For example, I don't have the Royal ones. I really want them, don't want to pay resale. I would have loved the Reimagined Royal one, but they put the dry suede on them, it didn't work. If they're gonna do it right, sign me up. Speaking of which, it was just announced Jordan Brand's gonna be doing a black cement 3 Reimagined, just like they did the white cements, and guess what? I'm copping. These Reimagined Bred 4s are dropping Saturday, February 17th for $215. I already told y'all they're comfortable, but also know they are true to size. I wore them the entire time while doing this review, and I never needed to take them off my feet because they are that comfortable. My Fire Red 4s, they can't make it an hour on my feet before I gotta kick them off. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm giving these a 4.5. They're really good. They're just not the OG, so they can't get the 5. The Bred 4s actually were the only original Jordan 4 colorway that released and did not have leather on the uppers, and now they do. Jordan Brand did it right. I would love to know what you guys think about them. Hit the comments, let me know, are you copping, and what do you think about this whole Reimagined thing Jordan Brand's doing? Again, February is going to be a crazy month, so a lot of releases. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any videos. Also, if you need help lacing these, go and check out the tutorial. I'm out.
Cause they telling me okay. Let's not. I done shed my tears, only right. I laugh to the bank. Can't stop for a red light.